Welcome back to my backyard snack yard. Today we're indoors because it is freezing outside. It's like -4 and the roads are slippery and it's very icy and cold, very Christmassy. And of course, we're at that time of year where the supermarkets are flooded with my favorite plants. Well, one of my favorite plants. It's not an edible, but it's such a perfectly Christmassy plant. We're talking about poinsettias. I had one for years, which just grew bigger and bigger and bigger. It was just enormous by the end of it, and I had to give it away. So that was a loss. And last year I didn't have any poinsettia, and it kind of felt I missed it. And so this year, when I saw lots in the supermarket at a really good price, they were down to £3.50. There was a whole bunch of different colors. There were pink and there were white ones, sort of marbly ones, and of course the regular red ones. And I decided to go for one. And the one I went for was this guy here. Now I wanted to take this chance to just share a few tips on bringing poinsettias home. And so I left him with this little bag over him. This is a little bag that I popped over him because he's already in his plastic sleeve here from the supermarket. And then I put this one over him. And then I also wrapped him in my scarf. And then also into some blankets that I keep in the car for the kids. And that just gives them that little insulation they need. But look at him. He's a marbled one. I'm so happy. I have so missed him. Oh, he's so gorgeous. He's so beautiful. Oh, yeah. So they are really fiddly. They're very tropical. And so even though we have them at Christmas time, it's because they're not from this climate. And so it's really important that when we find them in the supermarket, I've noticed supermarkets are becoming more aware of this issue now. And they find that leaving them in where they used to leave them in the doorway just to attract customers in with their beautiful red blooms. They're bracts. They now try to put them in a little bit more out of the way spot, which is really good because if they just don't like drafts. So there are a few things they really don't like, and that is being sopping wet, being in a draft, and being near dry heat. So I would ordinarily put my plants near radiators. It just seems to be the best place for them. You know, they've got the nice windowsills, and then here in England at least we have radiators underneath those windowsills, and it sort of all works together, and it does usually really suit lots of plants, but these ones hate that. So you want to find a brightly lit windowsill away from the draft. You can just pull it back a little bit, put it on a kitchen table maybe. I'm thinking about doing that with mine. And then just make sure that it stays moist but not sopping, doesn't want wet feet, and it doesn't want to dry out completely either. And you can feed it a little bit. I'm going to feed it weekly, I think. That's what I usually did when I used to have a huge one. Oh, I'm so happy. Look at it. It's so beautiful. I almost went for another one, which was like really faintly speckled. But then in the end, I walked all around the supermarket with it in my little basket there. And then at the very end, I popped it back and went for this one instead. Because I thought, let's have a real big change. It looks so festive. It reminds me of a marble cake. Do you know those marble cakes that like are sort of a mixture of chocolate and vanilla and it's like all swirly? That's what this reminds me of. Really random. So hopefully we'll keep it really happy. And they tend to keep flowering until, when is it? April? Really a long time. And then they'll just start pushing out lots of green leaves. I might give it a prune as well next year like I usually do. This one looks so healthy. Lots of little tiny bits of, oh, little branches coming up there. Let me just do a real good close-up so you can see how beautiful it is. So here it is. I've taken it out of its plastic sleeve and it's out in its full glory. Look how stunning it is. The colors are so good. If we look further down, we can see those little beginning dormant flower buds I was talking about earlier. They're down there ready to start growing, and usually that's what happens when you start pruning them after Christmas and they just start shooting out lots of new growth. The supermarket have kept this guy really dry. I might need to give him a good drink, and I might add some tomato feed to it just to give it a good boost. But he's looking really healthy, really beautiful, so Christmassy. Let me know if you're going for a poinsettia this year, what color you're going for, because I was really tempted by some of the other colors. It's just so much fun to try a little bit different one. I think I would have gone for a pink one, possibly if there'd been a brighter pink one. The one that they had was a little bit dull, so yeah, it didn't really jump out at me like this one did. But I'm so delighted with it. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.